Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a little bit of a book haul here today. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start off by this. It was a gift from my brother and my sister-in-law and my nieces, and that is the Sherlock Holmes collection. So they're just little cute cloth bound editions of the stories. Like for example, this one is A Study in Scarlet and the Sign of Four. They look like this. They're very cute. That's the spine. And they're just the book. So this is A Study in Scarlet and the Sign of the Four. Then The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. They're so cute. Then The Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes. Excuse my nails. I forgot to take off the nail polish, but we're here now. And then The Hound of the Baskervilles and the Valley of Fear. The Return of Sherlock Holmes. And then His Last Bow. This is purple. It looks blue there, but this is purple. I don't know if you can see that it's purple. And then lastly, it's a journal. So you could just journal, as it says there. So it's the 6 books and the journal. Put these out of the way. I don't know much. I used to watch the show Sherlock Holmes with Benedict Cumberbatch. But that's all I really know about Sherlock Holmes. I've never really read it, so I'm excited to read it. Then I have another box set that one of my coworkers got me. And that is the box set of the Grishaverse. Is that what it's called? The Grishaverse, the Shadow and Bone trilogy. So we obviously have Shadow and Bone, Storm and Siege, Siege and Storm, and then Ruin and Rising. Let's put these bags. I want to read these because I want to watch the show on Netflix already. Like, it's taken forever, but I haven't been like in the mood. I remember when like I first got into BookTube, I was in high school. I think it was like 2015, 2016. These used to be all the hype, but they had different covers. I remember that, and then they were changed to these. I think I prefer the original covers, but that's okay. And then we have We Can't Keep Meeting This Way. We Can't Keep Meeting Like This. I think this is a YA romance. I saw it, it says Simon & Schuster Teen. I saw it at Books A Million for like $3, and I was like, why not? So it says something about wedding planners and a catering company. They hate each other, I think. They meet and they fall for each other. I don't have the best synopsis for these. I'm just going to show you guys the book and kind of give like a brief description, I guess. Then I have Devil's Delight, an Agatha Raisin mystery. I love cozy mysteries, and I don't know what it's about. I didn't want to know what it was about. I just saw that it was a cozy mystery, and it was also at Books A Million, I think, for like $3 in the bargain section. I was like, yeah, a cozy mystery, yeah. Then we have, I have not read the original one, which is Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. It's somewhere back there. It is right here, the green one, Sense and Sensibility. But I have read Pride and Prejudice, and you know how there's Pride and Prejudice and zombies? I didn't know this. My mom found this at the Dollar Tree, and I was like, get it for me. And it was Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters, which is just so cool. I have not read Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, but I do want to read it soon. So once I finish Sense and Sensibility, I do want to read Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters, because like that is just so cool. Honestly, why the heck not? And it was $1.25, so why not? This one, my mom also found it at the Dollar Tree, or I found it. I was with her at the Dollar Tree. So this one was also $1.25, and it is Superfan Love Song by David Yoon. It's the sequel to Frankly in Love. I do have Frankly in Love. I haven't read it, but I saw it was a sequel, and I was like, for $1.25, yeah. Hardcover, yeah. I'm not a hardcover girly. I prefer paperbacks, but I do, if I see it for $1.25, you can't get better than that. And then I think this is the last one from the Dollar Tree. It is. It says, this is On Earth We're Briefly Beautiful by Ocean Vuong. It's the large print, but it was $1.25, honestly. And I'll deal with the large print. I'm not a big large print girl. I know everybody loves this book. It says the undeniable love between a single mother and her son. So honestly, I do want to read it. I know some people think it's say it's an emotional read, so I guess we'll see when I'm emotionally available for that, because my anxiety has been whoa, so not right now. And then we have Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I have seen this everywhere. Everybody and their mother knows about this. And the cover has just like always called to me. This is like a romance, just like sorry. Just like an adult romance. That's all I know. So like for me, I think I've read in my whole lifetime probably less than 5 romance, like adult romance. It's not my favorite genre just because I'm not into like the smut part of it. It's just not my favorite thing. Like I love it. I love the plots and I want to read them because obviously you don't always want to read about teenagers because you're like, okay, they're teenagers. But sometimes it's just too much smut and I'm like if it's like 1 or 2 scenes I'm like, okay, but like it's too many, I can't. But I've seen so many people talk about it and if there's just too many, I'll just skip through it and like it'll be fine. But I am excited to read this, so we'll see. Then let's see. I'm trying to do this like in order. Not in order, but like in a certain way. Then I got 1,000 Heartbeats by Kiera Cass. I have every single one of her books. This is the only one that I didn't have, which was like her newest one, but I think it came out like 2-3 years ago. But I saw it at Target and I wanted it, so I got it. Like I said, I have all of her books. I've read all of her books and I've loved all of them. So I think they've all been like at least 3 stars. You know, I think there might be one that it was like 2.5 stars. But all of them I've enjoyed, and the selection is like literally one of my favorite series, and I know a lot of people don't like it, but I do. I love it. So I was like, yeah. So I read all her other books and I like it, so I was like, let's try this one. I don't know if this is a standalone or if it's going to be a series, but it says history divides them, fate unites them, will love keep them together. So yeah, we'll see. And then my boyfriend got me the Hunger Games trilogy. He got me obviously the Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay. I've so far only read the Hunger Games. I gave it 3.5 stars, 3.5 stars. I enjoyed it, but like this isn't like my favorite kind of read. Like I'm not like an action girly or like anything like that. So these books are like fun to me, but like they're not like, oh my god, like they are for other people. I tried watching the movie again the other days. I've only seen like when it came out, the Hunger Games movie for the Hunger Games, and I never really like cared for it, so I never watched the rest of them. And I tried rewatching the Hunger Games now that it's on Netflix, and I had to stop. Like I was just like bored, and it's just not my kind of thing. So I don't know if I'll continue it per se, but we'll see. So yes, we got the trilogy. That's always nice to hear scary stuff when you're home alone. And then I went to Target and they had buy 2 get 1 free, so I got 3 books. I got Watering the Soul by Courtney Peppernell, which is a poetry book, and I haven't read poetry in a really long time. Actually, not that long. I exaggerated that. But I really do love poetry, and I have read all of the ones that I own already, so I was like, might as well. And I have read Pillow Thoughts by Courtney Peppernell, and I enjoyed it. And yeah, so we're gonna give this one a try. Let me see. Let me find one that's not too long that I can read to you guys. Let's see what it says. The magic happens when you slow down and take every moment for what it is, a gift. Okay, and then I got Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I've only read by her Caraval, but I've heard that this series is better. I enjoyed Caraval. I gave it 3 stars. I do have the other books to finish, but I heard that this one's better, so I did want to give it a try. So yeah. She strikes a deal with the immortal Prince of Hearts, and she discovers that it's a dangerous game. So I know. And then this one was like really not something up my alley, but I've been watching these couple of YouTubers and they like brought it up and I was like, let's try it. And I saw it at Target and I was like, it's a sign. And that is Pucking Around, which is a hockey romance. Like, I've seen so many people reading so many hockey romances and I'm like, I want to try one. So we're gonna see. It's she's thick. She is thickums. She is almost 600 pages, like 575. All I know is that she is dating the equipment manager or something like that in the team, in the NFL team for the players, and then she has a one night stand with one of the players, and then the player is trying to seduce her to get her, but like the player and the equipment manager or whatever he is, I don't know who he is, are friends. So crazy. Next we have, I just watched the first trilogy of Star Wars, not the first trilogy, I guess the prequel trilogy of Star Wars, and I became obsessed and fell in love with Padme and Anakin. Sorry, my allergies are getting to me with all these books. With Padme and Anakin, and I want more of them. Like, I watched already A New Hope, I'm missing the other two, The Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back, whatever it's called, of the original trilogy, and then obviously the new ones. But I'm just like obsessed with Padme and Anakin, and I wanted more. So I found that there's books about Padme, and I was like, I need them. So I got all three of them. The first one is The Queen's Shadow, which I started reading today. I'm on page 41, and I've already highlighted like a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I'm obsessed with it already, and I'm only in page 41, and I love it. I love Padme and Anakin and everything. So far we only have Padme. I know Anakin's gonna be like sprinkled here and there because he was obviously doing his thing while Padme was doing her thing. This one is set right before, right after Phantom Menace, but right before Attack of the Clones. So I'm excited to see that. This is before Anakin gets assigned to her and all that stuff. So here she's still queen, but she's currently giving her, I guess, her throne away. And you learn so many things. Like, I didn't know that the reason why she became a senator afterwards and stopped being queen and there was somebody else was because you're only a queen for like 4 years. Like, it's like terms like president, and it's not like a queen like you're usually known. It's like it gets passed down, you know. So it was like nice to learn that. Like, I'm learning a lot with this and I'm very excited. And then the second book is The Queen's Peril, which is like weird because it's, according to what it says here, it's before what happens here. So this is like before a Phantom Menace kind of thing. And then while the Phantom Menace is going on, when she has to leave Naboo to be safe. So it's weird that that's the second one. And trust me, I looked it up a whole bunch of times because I was like, I want to read them in order. So it goes back to that. I don't know why. Yeah, this is when she wins the election to be the Queen of Naboo and all that stuff. So I guess this is like her origin story about becoming the queen. And then this one is like when she's giving up the throne, but we're starting off with her giving up the throne other than the other way around. I don't know why they did that, but they did, so we're here now. And then the last one is Queen's Hope, which is what happens kind of like between Attack of the Clones and the Revenge of the Sith. So yeah, so this is about her marrying Anakin, which I'm excited because we're gonna get more Anakin. And I know this is like something that a lot of people think, but like, I don't think Darth Vader was bad. Like, I mean, obviously killing the kids was bad. Murder is not okay. But like, he did it for Padme because he loved her, you know? Honestly, I think I'd be a Sith in the sense of like, I wouldn't like let my family die to save the world. I'd let the world die to save my family. And I'm sorry if you don't agree. And then after I got that book, I was walking around Barnes & Noble, and they had a section with like Taylor Swift, like albums and then like a book that relates to it and the song. And then I got for Taylor Swift, the album Taylor Swift was Done and Dusted. I forgot what the song was. And let me see if I look up the songs, like the album, if I know. If I can remember, like if seeing the name. It was Our Song. There we go. Our Song. I was like, I know the song. What was it? It was Our Song. So they had Done and Dusted with Our Song by Taylor Swift. So this is the second one I chose. The first one I chose was Folklore, because that's my favorite album. And the song was Illicit Affairs. And it was a book that I already wanted to read. So I was like, yeah, it's meant to be. And that's Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. And it's the Barnes & Noble edition. So I go with them. And they were buy one, get one 50. So I was like, yeah, we're doing it. We're buying one and getting one for 50% off. So that was my little haul of like things I've gotten in the last couple of months. And I'm gonna put myself in a book buying ban. Maybe I'll get something for my birthday, depending. But that's about it. Like, I need to go on a book buying ban because this is not okay. It's not okay. And that's it. I'm excited to continue reading about Padme. I think that's what I'm gonna do after I finish this video and just live in my little Star Wars world. I never liked Star Wars. I was like, Star Wars is kind of boring. And honestly, when I watched The Phantom Menace and I had to sit through The Phantom Menace, I wanted to die. I was like, hell no. And I hated it. And I was like, I'm never gonna be a Star Wars girly. And then I watched Attack of the Clones and I was like, Anakin and Padme? Yes, please. So I became a Star Wars girly with that. And then Revenge of the Sith was good, but my favorite Star Wars movie is Attack of the Clones. Like I said, I watched New Hope, which is, they're not in it anymore because, let me not spoil it. I mean, people probably already know, but whatever. It's Leia, Luke, and Han Solo, and Chewie, and stuff like that. It's not really them. So I'm getting into that now, and maybe if I enjoy it, I'll read more about like Leia and Han's. Also, question, was I the only one that was under the guise that Luke and Leia were like dating? Because I thought they were a love interest, and apparently they're not. When I said that to someone, they were like, girly pop, that's incest. And I didn't know they were siblings. So let me know if you thought the same thing. I thought Luke and Leia were like OTP, everybody loves them, but apparently they're siblings. So I guess they're not OTPs. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.